turn, the song gave was feeling sweat tried to hold on to the back. Still kneeling on the ground without even engaging in contact. Fear took hold of her. A yellow liquid ran down her back. She was willing to get out of fear. I can't, she began to scream, clinging to the back while her mother tried to calm her down. Chen observed from a distance, assessing the situation, and then said, "Being in fear without even fighting. A failure." "Ezekiel, come here," said Chen, and Song quickly turned to him, still crouched on the ground with his daughter. Leng Shuang went to all the places where there were rumors of zombies and monsters pushed on the ground. "That's abnormal. Investigate that carefully," he said as Song followed him, walking behind him, still looking at her daughter. "Yes, Chen Bai. About Songday," he said when he was standing there. "Too bad, especially Songday. I don't want to bring him closure. Have you organized a force?" replied Chen, still walking without looking around. "First, we have to eliminate the violence," Song protested, and immediately Chen handed her a piece of paper saying, "Here, take this." Song was puzzled by the piece of paper. After carefully examining it, she read, "Is this zombie virus serum? Such complicated steps." Chen quickly responded, explaining, "You can also put the materials in the formula to generate it yourself. This is the precious piece of potion ingredients." Song smiled in satisfaction. She pressed the paper close to her face, saying, "Thank you for your trust. I will do my best to complete the task you entrusted me with and keep the formula safe." Chen turned to her and replied, "Good. Go do your job. Have someone send me back." Song bowed respectfully. "Yes," Song sent him back. As soon as Song left him alone, Chen started checking his phone, thinking, "My page has been seen by many people. I wonder if anyone contacted me about it." On the phone screen, he could see the post made by the video and its comments. One of them said, "The verdant pastures highways between contemplating the White Emperor. The Green Emperor returns." Another comment said, "Fighting them seems to be taking you long. I think you can solve my puzzle. I have a high-level mental problem, but you're not different." A third comment asserted, "Master of the colorful path. White Emperor as the ancestor of evolution. I warn again not to disclose information about the evolved or immortal social platform." He finished in a sarcastic tone. "Afraid the boss will be his imagination. Yes, that is much for a single emperor. Wanna write a novel?" Chen read everything and wondered, what kind of thing is this? With an expression on his face and vicarious embarrassment on his face. Before he lost his way, something in his private message responded to Penghu. "I'm not an older brother, I really know. I'm a pioneer. What do you know? I'm not a big idiot. Brother, why aren't you responding? Did you see my message?" said the conversation. "Looks like not everyone here is dumb. There are some smart ones," Chen said with a satisfied smile. Chen started chatting with someone called Chill, and the conversation went like this. "I'm not an idiot. Are you there, brother? If you are, please answer. What exactly is a pioneer?" The White Emperor was Chen. "Pioneer? What kind of talent do you have?" "I'm not an idiot," replied. "Older brother, you finally answered me. My talent is S-level mental control." "Hey, wait a minute. Can I just say that?" The White Emperor replied. "No, but don't worry. I won't disclose it. You can find the communication on the unlocked panel set in advance by the Pioneer. Look for chat group 001. Some basic things I explained in the chat group documents. If you have any doubts after reading them, come find me," Chen instructed. A few minutes later, Chen received the message, "Welcome, Han Xiao, to the chat group." And then he repeated the name, Han Xiao. The newcomer sent a few messages. "This really exists. Let me change the group name first. By the way, Han Xiao, why you Chen then asked, "Who do you want to invite?" And Han Xiao replied, "There's someone called Shuchuan below. He attempted to induce me to respond. He came to me for a private chat. He asked me what I know, but I don't know anything, so he ignored me." Chen immediately asked for the name without believing it. "Shuchuan?" And then he said with a startled expression, "Pioneer, Shuchuan. It must be him. The power-level emperor known as Shu," he said, envisioning Shuchuan, who had long white hair, fangs, and a serious expression. "Yes. Did you notice any other pioneers you should invite next week?" He quickly wrote back to Han Xiao. Then, Chen started laughing and read, "Welcome, Shuchuan, to the group." Later that same night, around 7:30, Lingyu was talking on the phone while leaning against the wall of an alley. With against the wall, she listened to Chief Song speak on the other end of the line. Luli, any progress on the investigation of the zombie collection? Luli replied, yes, it's Lord Jiangcheng's forces behind this. They sent all the collected zombies to the man-tied container yard near Jiangcheng's dock. I sent someone to try to gather more information, and now it's time for us to meet as a group. But they haven't returned, and I think there's no need to wait anymore. Just as Luli uttered that last sentence, something interrupted her. Two bodies hit the ground in front of her. A man and a woman were thrown down from above. The sound of bones breaking upon impact startled Luli. She immediately covered her mouth, trembling and shrinking. Up above, at the top from where the bodies had been thrown, someone chuckled at the situation. A man crouched by the window calmly waved at Luli, who was still in shock. As soon as she noticed him, the girl trembled with fear and said, "Please cover." The next day, with the sun shining brightly above Song Zikyong's mansion, Chen was comfortably lounging in a chair near a window, chatting with someone named Liu Hua, who had doubts about their abilities as they awakened. Chen requested a photo of their panel and read, Yin Wood Body, SS. Yin Wood is the most yin of wood. The source of life is infinite. With the yin soul entering the body, it is the land of eternal life, along with some instructions. Chen read and said to himself, it's SS legend. Then, he carefully explained the ability to do Hua, not out of kindness, but because he wanted to build an army of loyal and grateful followers. Suddenly, hurried footsteps echoed through the place. Song walked briskly toward Chen, who soon noticed her and asked, in such a hurry? What's going on? Song stood beside him, while he remained seated like a king. Luli found out that all the collected zombies were sent to the Mankai container yard. But Luli got caught. They're asking me to negotiate, she said with a distressed expression. They contacted you? Chen said in a cold tone, standing up, which immediately made Song reconsider whether she should have informed him about the situation. Did Luli betray you? Chen asked, surprising Song with his intimidating posture and cold gaze. Master, I raised Luli myself. I'm sure she wouldn't betray us. Besides, she was coordinating behind the scenes this time, so the problem should lie with the people she sent to investigate. Song quickly replied, throwing herself to the ground and prostrating herself before Chen. In that case, I'll save her, the protagonist said without showing any concern for the girl's well-being. Thank you, Master, Song thanked, raising her head with a grateful look. Meanwhile, in Zone B of the Mankai container yard, a romantic dinner table for two was set. A man in a suit lit candles in a triple candelabra and poured drinks into two glasses. A long red tablecloth covered the table, reaching the floor, matching the chairs of the same shade. Miss Luli, you seem a bit ignorant about the situation. I haven't touched you out of respect for Song Zikyong, the man said, leaning on the table and holding a wine glass. His name was Xing Meng. If she decides to submit after arriving, you will be my subordinate. If not, all of you will be my toys, he said with a malicious look, addressing Luli, who was tied up in a bondage pattern, sitting in the other chair, trembling with fear, with one of the glasses broken at her feet and wine spilled. Here, let me toast with you again. Don't be reckless and spit it out again. A non-drunk toast, he said, leaning over the girl and trying to force her to drink. Luli shrunk in the chair, trying somehow to escape, her body repelling the man's presence. The punishment wine doesn't taste good, a voice echoed, speaking. Not funny. Maybe the girl doesn't like drinking. It was Chen Bai, who had somehow moved the table away, sitting down and, as if that wasn't enough, served himself. He was calmly eating part of the dinner, as if he had always been there. When did this guy show up there? Xing Meng wondered, with a surprised expression, still not understanding him. Hungry? I tried this steak. It's not bad, Chen said, standing up, still with a fork in his hand, with a piece of steak skewered. Who are you? Xing Meng asked, with a malicious expression. I'm here to take her home, Chen replied, eating Lily, putting the steak in her mouth, the girl falling in love, smiling at her hero. Did Song Zikyong send you? No, no, no. If you can get this close without me noticing, you must be a pioneer too, Xing Meng said, still holding his wine glass and sitting down on one of the chairs. Chen untied the girl and let the rope fall to the ground. Go ahead. Zikyong is waiting for you outside in the car, he said, smiling at Luli, as the girl smiled, still blushing from the drink, and walked out. It seems that Song Zikyong is already under your control, Xing Meng commented, smiling. Exactly, Chen replied, with a pretentious smile. Interesting, interesting. It's unlikely that the Queen of Jiangcheng will surrender so easily, right? You must have many interesting methods, the man said, standing up from the chair, while Chen listened, hands in the pockets of his jacket. We can exchange ideas. I still have a lot of interest in these things. Among the three main forces in Jiangcheng, I subdued the lord, you subdued the queen, now only the commander remains. He shared, pouring a second glass of wine. Come help me become the king of Jiangcheng. He can make you a confidant. Let's toast to that, he proposed, walking over to Chen, holding the glasses. I refuse, Chen said bluntly. Xing Meng was not accustomed to being contradicted, hearing the word no, let alone having his proposal rejected. Soon, a look of surprise came over him. Then he let go of the glasses, which shattered on the floor, making a sharp sound as the wine spilled. Don't worry, I have S-level talent, it's the highest level. Or, do you also enjoy punishment wine? He said, now adopting a more malicious and passive-aggressive posture. Before coming here, I took a look around. You're not just collecting zombies, but also creating zombies from living people. Having such a powerful ability as yours is detrimental and useless. It's better to die early, Chen explained, spreading his arms and approaching the man. Besides, you're not worthy of helping me, because my talent is SSS level, Chen said pretentiously, boasting, but as they say, one should not count their chickens before they hatch. Ha ha ha! My talent is called Kill Progression. It can permanently transfer part of the attributes of the dead target to myself and can grow indefinitely, he said, as his hand was covered by a blue and gray layer forming sharp claws. This invincible superior level ability is only S level. Yours is SSS level. Are you afraid of becoming a god instantly? Xing Meng said, now revealing a long hand with sharp claws. Something like that, but I can't tell you, Chen replied with his hands in his pockets, thinking, turns out it's a pure combat and unlimited growth talent, and that claw should be an equipment. Xing Meng interrupted Chen's thoughts, advancing towards him with murderous intent and insane laughter, shouting, Arrogant boy, I hope you increase my attributes after your death. Don't disappoint me too much. Meng unleashed strikes with his claw that left trails in the air, but Chen acted quickly and dodged, also activating his own form. Chen's purple claw helped him evade the attack that sent Meng flying away. The man didn't like being challenged and revealed himself to be stronger than he had shown. His shirt ripped, and a dark blue energy began to emanate from his body, his eyes shining in a dark shade of blue, and an insane smile on his face. So you're a shape-shifting talent. Truly interesting. But the strength is still not enough, Meng said. Chen watched attentively and perhaps a bit worried, thinking, it's a skill. It seems he didn't fully explain his abilities. I don't know what effect this skill has. I have to be extremely careful, our protagonist admitted in thought, realizing that victory was not guaranteed. Meng leaped onto Chen, carrying an attack with his claw, like a wild animal pouncing on its prey, and yelled, Go to hell! Chen delivered a punch against Meng, who was launched away by the impact. Chen's claw was fully formed, with tentacles wrapping around his arm. Meng landed on the ground, suffering only the damage from the punch's impact, and soon advanced towards Chen again, with his fists charged with energy. Chen raised his arm to defend himself while preparing a hammer-like blow with the other fist. But, contrary to what he expected, the blow was not 100% effective. Meng stopped the blow with an open hand, holding Chen's fist. Are you all right, boy? I don't think you have much strength left. Aren't you an SSS talent? Stop hiding your power and show what you've got, Meng said, smiling arrogantly, with the veins on his face bulging with effort. He held Chen's fists firmly, as if they were in an arm wrestling match, measuring who would give in first. Chen remained silent for a moment, and then responded with a smile on his face. I'm already using my talent. It's just that you didn't notice it. Hearing the provocation, Meng became enraged and pushed Chen away, exploding his power in his fists and shouting, Stop the nonsense! Chen didn't expect this reaction, much less that he could be pushed away so easily. His eyes widened in surprise and shock. Meng delivered a blow against him, with his energy completely focused on the fist, throwing him away. Chen fell to the ground, feeling the effects of the impact. Your strength, physique, and agility are inferior to mine, but he is constantly pretending to be strong, Meng said to himself, smiling as he realized he had the advantage. Your little tricks are nothing compared to absolute power, he declared, seeing that Chen had not yet managed to get up. The dust was rising at the impact site, and a large hole in the wall had been opened. Suddenly, something unexpected happened. Meng coughed violently, spitting blood from his mouth. What? What? He thought, feeling his body tremble and not react. A series of alerts appeared in the system. Influenza virus, encephalitis virus, flu virus. These were just a few of the ones now inhabiting his body, all exceeding his physical strength and immunity, applying negative effects. No, what's happening? He exclaimed, with a look of concern and shock on his face. Your physique is really good. It took a long time for the virus to take effect. How does it feel to have so many diseases? Chen said, getting up with a victorious smile. You sneaky bastard, Meng shouted, rushing towards Chen in an explosion of energy. But despite the aggressive expression, he no longer had the same drive as before. The viruses had already taken effect, and his body was weakened. Chen easily stopped him, piercing his chest with his claw and lifting him into the air. The characteristic purple glow of Chen's attack enveloped the blow as smoke rose from the impact site. Sneaky? I told you I'm different. It's a pity you didn't believe me, Chen said with a cold look as his tentacles began to envelop Meng from the inside out. I will absorb you and reap the benefits later. Don't disappoint me. Chen raised Meng as the mass of viruses completely enveloped him, leaving only his face exposed, with an expression of agony and despair facing his inevitable fate. On the other hand, Chen smiled, satisfied with the result. Meng's claw fell to the ground after all his biological material was absorbed. 2 alerts followed. System alert. The evolved human has been absorbed and the blacklight virus has completed its initial awakening, providing a significant increase in attributes and becoming the base attribute of the monarch virus itself. System alert. The black light. Devouring ability has evolved. You can choose to view part of your target's memories, with a low probability of obtaining any of the abilities mastered by your opponent. Chen continued with an arrogant smile on his face as he viewed the advances on the status screen and commented, the attribute bonuses provided by the blacklight virus have been changed from active use to basic attribute bonuses. This is an enormous benefit. Let's see how many attributes have been added. Previously, it was 30% more strength, 20% more spirit, and 100% more regeneration. After a brief analysis, Chen concluded, as expected, each element has been increased by 20 points, and they have all been added to my basic attributes. It seems we can no longer play around. Ordinary people with basic attributes below 5 are now too special for me. Chen bent down and picked up the claw used by Meng. He then continued with his status analysis. Equipment, plants, and consumables. This guy was really lucky. He must have killed mutant zombies. Otherwise, it would be impossible for him to have superior attributes and equipment to mine. Viewing Meng's production plans, we realized something. In fact, it's a C-level production plan. This guy's luck attribute must be quite high, but all of these are mine now, Chen declared, closing his status window. It was already night, and the moon was shining in the sky as Chen left the battlefield, recalling previous events and pondering. From that time until now, I progressed from E to SSS, and the rumors of the 3 strange events were very rewarding. At the same time, I conquered Song Ziqiong, the future lord of Jiangchen. Song was waiting for them outside, leaning on her car alongside her subordinate, who had been rescued by Chen. Master, please get in the car, said Song, bowing and opening the door for Chen, who continued thinking, with my current strength, it's not worth searching for the monsters that appeared randomly before the arrival of the judgment. In these last few days before the Advent, let's just try to organize ourselves and prepare for the development after the Advent. Back in Song's luxurious mansion on the 2nd floor, Chen looked out the window at the sleeping city, unaware of the events to come. Silently, he contemplated the lights, the vastness of the night, and the calmness that would soon disappear. The judgment, it will be upon us soon, he thought. Knocks on the door caught his attention. Turning slightly, he ordered, enter. The door opened slowly, and Song, Lu Li, and Su Xin came in. Lu Li was carrying books and folders, smiling warmly, while Su Xin brought papers she was reading, trying to comprehend the matters.
Song led the way, smiling satisfactorily, as she announced, "Master, we have fortunately completed everything you asked us to do in time." Lu Li smiled more openly and said, "The information about the terrain and population size of the area centered on the peak areas of the villages has been confirmed. When the day of final judgment arrives, we will be able to clear, take full control, and dominate first." Su Xin seemed a bit confused and blushed, but soon gave her report. "The purchase of materials is finalized, and the list has been compiled and sent to you." With his back turned, Chen said, "The three of us have confirmed these pre-agreements with each other." Song approached a little and asked, "Time is running out. What else would you like us to do?" Chen, satisfied that everything was going according to his plan, replied, "Nothing more, very well. Just put all the information on the table." Chen took his phone, accessed the group of pioneers, and wrote a message. "There are 10 minutes until the start of the tests, so don't get too comfortable with your initial advantage and rare talents. Stay calm. The trials will bring dangers you can't even imagine, and I don't want anyone from this group to disappear in 10 minutes. Silently, he observed the phone screen as he read the responses from anonymous people in different locations. "Thank you, group leader, for the reminder," responded a person in a white hooded sweatshirt. "Thank you. And 9 minutes," wrote a woman with long blue hair, a choker, a black dress, and a purse, walking luxuriously through the night. 8 minutes, I can't wait," responded a man lifting weights in a gym. 7 minutes, brother, calm down," wrote another, wearing street-style clothing, boots, and a mask. 6. "Group leader, I'm so nervous," replied a girl with pink hair and a childish hairstyle, clinging to a teddy bear on her bed. "Just 5 minutes left. Don't be nervous, girl, we're all here," said someone called the Lightning Master. 4 minutes, I'm looking forward to it," commented Grow, and then more moments of silence as the tension increased. "Come take a look, everyone," Chen said, calling his companions. Song approached, and the final countdown began. 10, 9. Soon, this tranquil and peaceful scene will become history. "The world is coming to an end," Chen announced, looking out the window, with the girls behind him watching. "There are still 5 seconds left." "Sister Shuang, I'm a little scared," declared Song's daughter, trembling. "Don't be afraid," Shuang said, though it didn't change anything. 4, 3, 2. The countdown continued, and the tension was visible on the faces of everyone in the room. Some were trembling, others were sweating, and others seemed to be handling it well. Chen, on the other hand, seemed excited. After all, this was not the first time he had witnessed the end of the world. The countdown clock reached 0. June 15th, the day of the advent of the judgment. The sky turned red, the light was consumed by fire, and the cities would never be the same again. Chaos had arrived. The final judgment of the Blue Star officially began. The sky was red, and the city had been transformed into ruins as chaos spread. Creatures were feeding on the remaining humans who were running in despair, trying to save their lives. Some awakened their powers and began fighting for survival. A woman awakened her power and wrapped herself in a viral slime to protect herself. 2 others were working together, creating a shield that held back the zombies and unleashing lightning bolts to take them down. Humans who evolved had innate abilities that could be improved through experience. Other races emerged, including creatures that resembled elves who bore the necks of their victims, making the blood spills quench their thirst for death. The city was now a gloomy terrain, home to countless secrets. Is this danger or opportunity? It's up to you to decide. Do your best to grow and evolve, Chen said in the group, watching through the window as a plane fell in freefall. An announcement appeared, catching Chen's attention. "The hourglass of time has been recognized and will now be bound." Our protagonist looked at the hourglass. "The hourglass of time. Recognized. No, they are still here, and the hourglass cannot be discovered by anyone," he thought, turning around immediately. "You, get out of here now," he declared, addressing the girls. But something wasn't right. "Everyone," he said to himself, with a look of shock. They were frozen, the world around him in negative, and only he had color. He turned to the window in silence and observed the outside. The plane that was falling in free fall was frozen in midair, and everything was in negative. "The crashed plane is frozen in midair," he thought, looking around. "Time has stopped," he concluded, as a bead of sweat trickled down his temple. Suddenly, the hourglass stirred, and small points of purple light came out of it like fireflies around a fire. The space around him was transformed into light, and his body began to float as a purple light emanated from his chest, shining and extending across the room. The system sent the following warning. The hourglass of time has been successfully bound. Time travel. Active. Travel back in time to any point in the past and erase everything gained in the altered timeline. Remaining cooldown, 72 years, 6 months, and 7 days. This ability cannot be modified by any ability or equipment to reduce its cooldown. Chen analyzed the new information and suddenly realized, looking back, it seems I managed to be reborn because of the hourglass. Well, do we have a Sherlock, don't we? More information appeared. Save status and read, he commanded. His new ability allowed him to reappear at the location where he was with his current physical and mental status at any time, with a cooldown of 1 hour. In other words, he could reappear in the mansion at any moment. Such a powerful life-saving ability with only a 1 hour cooldown, he said, smiling as he looked at the status window still open. The world returned to normal in the blink of an eye, and Song approached, saying, I feel like you just called us. Do you have any requests? Or did I hear wrong? Chen turned to her with a cold look, as if nothing had happened. You heard correctly. Please go and confirm the safety of our mansion as soon as possible. The night is very dangerous, so put everyone on alert and start cleaning the area around the mansion as soon as dawn breaks. He ordered, and the girls responded in unison. Yes. The next day, chaos had already taken over completely. In the vicinity of the mansion, the city was in flames and ruins. The zombies were trying to invade the mansion one after the other. Chen and Song watched from the top of the stairs as the creatures tried to advance. Song took the initiative and activated her ability, jumping towards the target and holding a sword, her eyes glowing a purple color. Amethyst eyes, amethyst pupils, transforms objects into amethyst or illuminates amethyst for attack or defense. The power increases with mental strength. Crystal insight, perception, crystal. See the target's attributes. Its effect changes with the difference in mental strength. Activating her perception crystal in her eyes, she analyzed the attributes of the zombie, all clear at her disposal, and identified the weakness in the head that was her target. With a precise strike of her sword, she decapitated the creature, raising dust as the cut pierced the air. Further away, on top of another building, a female silhouette observed the red-eyed zombies wandering, while the smoke of destruction spread in the background. It was Qing, who soon crouched down holding a knife that gleamed a red light. Her quick movement made her long green hair rise, and with a cold expression through her eye patch, she prepared herself. It was her ability, Assassin A, invisible and undetectable breathing. Greater strength and sensitivity, more agility in the shadows, and increased attack speed on the first strike. Quickly, she jumped from her post in a murderous initiative. One by one, at a formidable speed, she took down the monsters, cutting their throats until a pile of lifeless bodies was left behind. We have injured survivors, one of Song's bodyguards shouted, carrying the body of a wounded human. Give him the zombie serum and I'll take care of him immediately, Su Xin said, as she used her healing ability on another survivor. The bodyguard seemed more nervous than her as she treated the sick in the hall. Her ability was High Speed Recovery, SOSB, increases the speed of self-healing from injuries and endurance, and can be actively used on other people. In the village where Song's mansion was located, things were still running according to plan. When night fell, silence took over. I see things are going very well now, Chen said, addressing Lu Li, who replied, yes, as per the previous agreement, we have the entire territory and the people at our disposal. No incidents have occurred so far, the girl said, observing the construction of a barricade and shelters. Okay, I'll leave that to you. I have more important things to do, Chen said, smiling arrogantly. Huh? Oh, okay, Lu Li responded. The girl was not prepared for the next move of our protagonist, who bent his knees and jumped towards the sky, leaving the smoke generated by the impact behind. Lu Li held her skirt so it wouldn't rise with the wind. Elsewhere on the mountain road of Jiangcheng, Chen leaped and followed his path, running swiftly while flying. In the early stages of the final judgment, it was quite problematic that some things, like vehicles and firearms, couldn't be used. But with my current speed, I should be able to get there in time. On the first day of the final judgment, I saw the sign that appeared in the air at the university in Jiangcheng City. It took me a long time to understand the meaning of that sign. But it's too late for regrets. I must take advantage of the opportunity this time. He remembered when he had seen the orange and purple sign shining brightly in his other life, shortly after the beginning of the apocalypse. Already at the Jiangcheng University, Chen quickly brought down all the zombies, leaving a trail of bodies and absorbing the available viruses along with their strength. Here we go, this is it. A sign of the once. A sign of the avatar of the gods descending. It's close, right in front of you, he thought. The most specific point of the sign. Gradually appeared brighter and brighter in the sky. Evolved from great. There aren't many guys as cool in the early days of development. I'm a merchant. Would you be interested in doing some business with me? A man with a mustache and a large suddenly appeared. He was wearing glasses of dark. Come, His reputation in the previous life was very good. It might be a good job, but this university had a secret ground for where should I start looking? The sky, frozen in the buildings, the exit was blocked by a barricade chair to the watch the public another young man. Right there, coming from his heels on his face burning from the clothes and nose. Now all of you take off your clothes. Otherwise, he said, stepping into the man's stomach and watched behind him. A boy in shorts and a beret, and a girl with sexy clothes and short layered blonde hair. Understood? Humble monkeys, the bully asked. In your dreams, white bastard. The young man said, in an act of resistance with his face injured from the blows. Another one rose behind him, trembling, but with the expression that he was not surrendering. Since you want to die, I'll let you. But don't worry, I won't let you die so easily. The bully said, clenched his fists and Chen entered the gymnasium with a serious and unfriendly expression. With his foot resting on one of the blocks he had just broken in an intimidating way. He said, "Yes. So what? Don't you like it?" The bully replied, laughing mockingly. "Okay," Chen said, advancing towards him. The other students seeming shocked what to expect. "Then go to hell," Chen shouted, striking the bully, who fell back, defeated in just one blow from his claw. The boy in shorts rushed to try and catch Chen, but our protagonist raised his hand and grasped the entire head of him with his fist, crushing his skull as he Is anyone coming out of the school? I'm looking for something that helps someone who knows things. 2 minutes later, the students tried to reorganize into a coven. Is anyone out of the school? One of them asked. I'm not sitting up here, said one of the boys, running to them. I'm a foreigner, another
Ew. Somebody died to find something in medical school. The girl smiled embarrassedly, lowered her head, saying, I'm sorry, I apologize. I was very afraid before I didn't hear, but she soon realized what he had said and retorted. But Chant insulted me. I wasn't a servant of thousands. I wasn't a servant of anyone. I can prove it, she said desperately. Chen turned to the girl and replied, all right. I'll let you inside the university. The girl was panting and tired, tying a jacket around her waist to cover her exposed legs with her torn shorts. Ah, Chen, I'm so tired walking.
looking up and understanding the mutant's strategy. Then, with a jump, he propelled himself towards the mutant. Before was a little too slow, and activating his hammer fist, he charged a punch aimed at his target. With a malicious look on his face, he said, "Die!" The mutant was hit squarely in the head by the blow with his sword.
special complex mutations, 300 black light virus that eventually won't. Opening his status window and leaning on his leg, still trembling a bit, he said, "The black light virus has its own evolution points, which are different from the talent virus points. I can only evolve the abilities and capabilities of the black light virus, but it's still very good," he said with a smile on his face. Another physical, the black light virus has evolved, increasing the recovery speed by 300%. Acquired biomechanical unit of cellular regeneration, grade A. Cellular regeneration, A. This